Joining us now, senior geopolitical analyst, former Black Hawk helicopter pilot, battalion commander, retired Lieutenant Colonel Darin Gaub on the program to talk about these mysterious flying objects. So we've got drones, we've got dozens and dozens of them. They're already telling us they believe there's a big mothership drone that like opened its hull and allowed a bunch of little smaller drones to fly and go over our military bases, go over some nuclear power plants, go over Trump's house. And yet the Biden regime says, yeah, they're not ours, but we don't know who the hell they are. And then you got Van Drew coming out, Darin, and saying, from a highly credible source, I hear they're from Iran. And we know Iran wants to take Trump out because of the killing of Soleimani. Your thoughts?
Well, my first thought is I think Will Smith is calling would like his Independence Day movie back. But
it's true. Sounds like it. Wow. Maybe it's aliens.
Maybe it is.
I don't know.
No, my first thought on this is it's a strange place to go most of the time, but I will tell you that I go to the idea of trust in government. And so when someone's standing in front of me telling me they're absolutely not U.S. military drones, then you have absolute knowledge and you have to know what they are to be able to say that. Mm-hmm. And the second thing is I don't necessarily believe there's an Iranian mothership off the East Coast launching these drones against the United States of America. I mean, why would an enemy take drones, light them up like a Christmas tree, make sure they meet all FAA certifications, fly them around for everybody to see, and then how do they land?
Right.
We can't track them. I mean,
hey, that's a good point. Aliens wouldn't have the right lights on.
This is my expertise.
Yeah, Darin, aliens wouldn't have the right lights on for our FAA, and I'm seeing the video. They have the flashing, they have the starboard, and they have the right lights on. So that wouldn't be aliens, and that wouldn't be Iran. So how is it not ours then? Because you're right, they have the right FAA. Show that video again, guys. And by the way, just keep going, Darin, because that was eye-opening to me. I didn't even think about that. Nobody's going to make sure. Look at that. They've got the right lights on. Why would you do that? You'd be all stealthy.
You've got anti-collision lights on that are required by the FAA. You've got a red light and a green light on the appropriate locations on an aircraft that are required by the FAA. The aircraft I flew had the exact same thing on them. When you're flying in those altitudes, you're required to have them. If I'm an enemy and I'm launching drones against an enemy nation, guess what I'm not going to do?
Great point.
I'm not going to light them up.
Where they're flying over, is that a big national security risk? I mean, why are they checking out bases, nuclear power plants, and Trump's house?
And that's just New Jersey. We're not even counting California, Virginia, United Kingdom,
Pennsylvania,
all these other places. And the sad thing for guys like me who've lived in this world, I predicted this exact problem set 15 years ago, wrote a master's thesis on it, gave it to Homeland Security, and said, this is coming, get ready. Here we are.
So who is it, Darin?
Are we ready?
Who the hell is it?
I have to be convinced that this is not a government program of our own somehow.
Okay.
Because this is not little hobbyists out there with their toys in the trees.